What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about micronutrients and micronutrient supplementing, or dietary supplements, in other words. So what exactly are micronutrients? Micronutrients are basically the major groups of material your body needs to survive. This definition omitting fats, proteins, carbohydrates, sugars, and sodiums, which are just considered nutrients, not micronutrients. Nutrients, micronutrients, narrowing down this categorization, this definition, specifically belonging to minerals. Right here we have magnesium, and vitamins. Right here we have vitamin C. Yeah, so what do micronutrients do exactly? Why are they important, and what role do they play in your bodies? Well, micronutrients, similar to regular nutrients, are these substances, these material, this matter that we need to consume, that we need to eat in our regular diets to, well, survive, because without these freaking things, we simply won't be able to live. Micronutrients, minerals, and vitamins help with organ function, they help with the creation of energy, they help with blood circulation, they help with bone creation, they help with metabolic functions, red blood cell creation, they help with muscle recovery, spermatogenesis, brain function, a little redundant since I just mentioned that they help with organ function, and the brain, of course, is an organ. But to deliver my point, essentially everything we do within our bodies is underpinned by micronutrients. They are second to or just as important as regular nutrients that we consume, like proteins or fats. So for those questioning the importance of micronutrients and being speculative of what exactly happens when you don't get enough of a micronutrient, well, I'll give you an example, and I'll talk about vitamin C. And what happens when you don't get enough vitamin C is that you generate a vitamin C deficiency, or its synonym, it's more medical, technical term known as scurvy, a real medical diagnostic, and which, you guessed it, this medical condition is and comes from a vitamin C deficiency, not consuming enough vitamin C in our diets, which scurvy actually entails symptoms of anemia, debility, yes, this innuendo is that your penis does not stand up, exhaustion, spontaneous bleeding, pain in the limbs and especially in the legs, and even sometimes ulceration of the gums and loss of teeth, which actually, fun fact, pirates in the 17th century most emphatically experienced scurvy. Before technological advancements in food preservation, pirates achieved notoriety for their frequent diagnostic of a vitamin C deficiency, of scurvy. Fruits and vegetables being the main source of this micronutrient, because old ships didn't have the technology to protect these fruits from pests like rats or bugs or just rotting in general. In long voyages, pirates and sailors' diets would often be lacking of these foods, of these fruits and vegetables, and therefore vitamin C, resulting in this epidemic and, basically connotation of, for me personally, when I think of a pirate, of scurvy. Nice. Or another example I could give you of what happens when you don't take enough of a micronutrient, of in this case a mineral. We just talked about a vitamin. Let's talk about a mineral now. Is an iron deficiency, which results in dizziness, fatigue, lightheadedness, brittle nails, pale skin, shortness of breath, and increased heart palpitations. Gets faster, dude. It's not good. It's not good. And even though I just extremely stressed the importance and gave two examples of what happens when you don't get enough of a micronutrient, I do not want to be the bearer of bad news, but in our modern diets, we are not reaching most of our recommended daily intake goals of micronutrients. Calcium, potassium, zinc, vitamins A, C, D, and E, and magnesium, my favorite, just to name a few. Whereas we're consuming more of their indulgent counterparts such as fats, sugar, and sodium. Now, to segue, this is where we have the creation of the dietary supplement market, the micronutrient supplement market, worth in 2022 over 163 billion US dollars, which is pretty insane. In the capitalism that we live, someone spotted this problem of us not consuming enough micronutrients in our diets and monetized a solution. Yes, Adam Smith, go capitalism. We now take it to these supplements, we take our problems to these supplements, our inadequacies, and we now help achieve our dietary goals by consuming the micronutrients we need, you know, through these things, dude, that have like 400 of them, like this one's supposed to get in a day. Like, it's pretty freaking crazy. Okay, and how exactly do these, does this product help me? How does magnesium help me? Like, why don't I just eat it in my regular diet? Well, the thing is that in my regular diet, I'm not getting 400 milligrams of magnesium in one tiny ass capsule, dude. Like, let me open this thing. Like, this has as much as what I eat in a freaking day. It's pretty crazy. Take one right now. All right. And so the nutrients we aren't getting in our regular diets. Hold on, wait. I don't have water, so. All right. I drank it. There we go. And so basically the nutrients that we aren't getting in our regular diets, we now consume through other measures, which are, you know, these pills in the form that they come in these dietary supplements, and without the worry of taste, calories, fats, or anything else in that matter that may play a role and influence our decisions and diets. Yeah, and I just want to clarify that for those confused, micronutrients, these dietary supplements, they are not medicine, they are not anabolic steroids, they are exogenous and they are totally healthy, which we in fact, and they are things that we in fact need to live. They are not drugs, dude, they're freaking micronutrients. They're not gonna kill you unless, you know, I don't know, you freaking overdose. You take like the whole bottle in one night, like that would be pretty bad, but you know, these aren't bad. They're not bad things for you. You're supposed to take them, just that rather than taking them in a compressed form and I don't know, a friggin' steak, you're taking it in an isolated form, which is in this pill. And now to tie this with my own anecdotal experience, as you guys just saw, I actually take one of these dietary supplements. I take magnesium, 400 milligrams, one pill every single night, and I've been doing it for the past 2 months or so. Yeah, and so what exactly is magnesium? Well, magnesium is a chemical element. It's on the periodic table, but it's also a micronutrient, which plays many crucial roles in the body, such as, well, it says it right here, supports nerve, heart, and bone health, supports muscle relaxation. Yeah, it supports muscle and nerve function, basically, and energy production in your body. Yeah, and so my experience, how I felt taking magnesium, well, I don't know if it's placebo or not, but I have experienced, you know, I think I've experienced physiological changes due to this. I, for one, haven't cramped, haven't had any involuntary muscle contractions when doing physical activity in months. And when I wake up, I feel sharper and better every morning, and I just feel overall stronger and better recovered from taking these magnesium capsules. And so to address some concerns, you actually can overdose, oversupplement, overconsume, whatever you want to call it, on these micronutrient dietary supplements. If you consume like 5 pills of vitamin C in one night, well, some symptoms of, well, just doing that with any of these micronutrients in general, you'll definitely feel nauseous, vomiting, dizzy, most likely too. Vitamin C, you're likely going to end up peeing it out in the form of kidney stones. You're going to form oxalates, most probably. It's terrible. Don't oversupplement. Do your research. And also, another concern is, can you mix these micronutrient dietary supplements, which you actually can, depending on the regimen. However, it depends on your regimen, because if you want to, for example, take magnesium with zinc, I don't have zinc with me right now, it's downstairs. These really don't complement one another, as they both compete to absorb into the body. But if you, for example, take magnesium and D3, which I actually don't take because I actually did my research, and this 2000 UI is way too much D3 for me to take. And yeah, but basically, if you take both of them at the same time, these help each other out. They kind of work in synergy, because as you take D3, the magnesium capsule that you're also taking helps absorb and helps break down the D3. So that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Make sure to click that subscribe button and like.